You have one unheard message.
Hey, Mom. Hey, it's me. I'm leaving this because I don't know what else to do. If something happens, just listen to the whole thing, okay? We have a problem here. We finally made it up to that cabin, the one near Gunnison, the Blue Hollow place. I know I told you it was a simple long weekend for New Year's, nothing hardcore, but the way up here was way worse than what the listing made it sound like. The write-up said the trail was moderate and well marked. Neither of those things were true. The last mile disappeared under a foot of fresh snow. We had to ditch the truck at the plowed turnout, strap on snowshoes, and carry everything up 6 freaking miles in sleet. I'm not exaggerating. It felt like trekking into a sinkhole. There's no service up here except for this hill I'm on. No cell service in the cabin. We could hardly get a text out. I didn't know any of this when we booked it. The cabin looked perfect in the pictures. It was clean, rustic, cozy. In real life, I don't know, it sits half sunken into this ravine like the earth shifted under it. You can only see the front half. It looks way worse than a haunted house. It's run down, it's old, it's functional, but the back looks swallowed like it's hiding or being held down. It's surrounded by forest, but it still feels exposed, open, like a stage. And the rules, the owner messaged us before he even left town, said something like, I know it's New Year's Eve, but I don't want any parties or damage to the place. He went on, I didn't tell you any of this because it seemed like typical rental host paranoia, but looking at them now, seriously, Mom, it felt like a prophecy or something. He said no unregistered guests, no changes to the guest list once the booking begins. No one is allowed in or out for any reason. Follow all instructions immediately if contacted. We joked about it the whole hike up. Ben kept saying the owner probably had a bad breakup with a previous guest. Jess said maybe it was some backwoods anti-party thing. But the way he phrased everything, I need to know exactly who will be there. Do not open the door to anyone without checking with me first. Like the rules weren't about protecting this property or him, like they were about protecting us. Anyway, everything shifted the second that we heard the knock. It's 10:15 p.m. now, New Year's Eve, raining ice pellets, the whole woods hissing like static. A guy showed up at the door, hood soaked, parka stiff with ice, eyes bloodshot like he hadn't blinked in hours. He said his truck broke down on the forest road. There's no road near here, not for miles. If he really walked here, we would have passed him on the way up. And he kept saying, please, I need to come in, like he'd rehearsed it. We told him the owner didn't allow guests or visitors. And then he responded, he knows I'm coming. That's when things got really wrong. We texted the owner and managed to get a text out. Someone's here. Do you know him? We asked. A few minutes later, he wrote back, no one should be there. Straightforward. Fine. We told the guy we couldn't help and apologized profusely and closed the door. But then another text came through. Same number, same thread. You can let him in. And then immediately after, another text. It's fine. Rules have... We all froze. I showed the guys the messages, and Ben said maybe one was queued earlier or stuck in the cell tower or something. But I scrolled up to find the first earlier one, the one saying no one should be there, and it was gone. Like it had never existed. The thread looked like it had always had, except it said he's expected. Let him in. I know what I saw. Ben thought I was screwing with him. Jess asked if maybe I muted or archived something. Tyler said sometimes iPhones glitch and reorder messages by timestamp. They weren't reordered. They were rewritten. I tried replying, wait, did you delete your earlier message? The 3 typing dots showed up and then disappeared, and then came back, and then finally, a text, you agreed to follow instructions. That's all it said. Meanwhile, the guy outside stopped knocking. He just stands there under the porch light, letting the ice hit him, staring at the door like he's memorizing it. He moves from window to window like he's testing sight lines. He doesn't try to look friendly. He doesn't look angry either. He looks like he's waiting for a cue. Tyler says he's probably freezing to death and we're being assholes. Jess keeps crying. I wanted to call the owner to clarify, but every call fails. 0 bars unless I'm literally up on this hill. Before I stepped out, the guy said, loud enough for all of us to hear, "It'll be worse if you make me wait." Calm, almost gentle. Now there's a glow in the woodshed. He's inside doing something. I'm up on the hill now. The cabin looks tiny from here, just a yellow box between the dark trees. My breath keeps fogging the screen, but I finally got a bar of service, so I'm leaving this. I can see the shed. The door's open, his flashlight sweeping back and forth like he's pacing. Sometimes it stops, always pointed toward the cabin. I tried calling the owner again, of course straight to voicemail. When I opened our text thread, the contact name had also changed. It used to say Airbnb host, now it just says Blue Hollow Lodge, like it pulled its name from the listing automatically. I never saved it that way, I know I didn't. While I was staring at it, another message just came in. "Why did you lock him out?" I just texted back, Who are you?" He just replied, "You know who I am." Then the same number, another message, formatted differently, like it's a template. "Sorry about earlier, bad signal." These came in at the same second, Mom. I don't know what's going on here. Before I came up, Ben saw something too. One message that said, "Do not open," and one that said, "Open now," but of course the timestamps were reversed. The earlier one showed 5 minutes after the second one. It's like the phone's receiving drafts or like overwritten versions of messages with different rules. None of it feels typed. It feels like it's all an automated system where someone keeps editing commands in real time and the old ones don't delete properly. Trying to stay calm here. Okay. When we got to the cabin earlier, Jess pointed out footprints already on the porch. It looked like fresh enough that they still had shape, but they weren't ours. They were, but the owner told us the cabin had been empty for 2 weeks. Inside, Jess found a guest book by the wood stove. Most entries were dumb honeymoon stuff and fishing stories and some pictures, but the last one, dated 3 months ago, just said, "Don't let him in even if the rules change." We all thought it was a joke, but the handwriting looked rushed, pressed really hard, like someone carving a warning. And the cabin lights just flickered a minute ago. Either the others opened the door or the generator's having problems, but it looked fine when we got here. I checked the listing whenever I get reception. A minute ago, it just said listing unavailable. Then the page reloaded and everything was off. Same photos, same cabin, but the host photo changed, different name, same phone number. You can't change a listing. If I stay up here, I'm alone. If I go down, I have to pass the shed. And that shed is, God, it feels wrong. Even from here, something in me screaming not to go near it. My jacket's frozen solid. I can feel the cold through the seams. My fingers are numb, but I can see the lantern in the cabin window. At least they're still awake. Look, if you get this, call the Gunnison County Sheriff. Tell them it's Blue Hollow property off County 22. GPS will pick it up even if the road doesn't exist. They'll know the area. Just in case. Hold on, someone's coming up the trail. There's a flashlight beam low to the ground, swaying. Not like someone holding it at chest level, like someone carrying it. Wrong. It's weaving and drifting and bobbing. It's not steady. It could be Ben or Tyler, but it's too slow. They're saying something. The wind's too loud up here. I can't hear them. He just said my name. No, it's not Ben. It's him. It's the man. How does he know I'm up here? I didn't say anything. I just left the shed. God, he's close. I can see his shape now, leaning forward like he's listening. He's right in front of me. He said I could come in. It's 11:58, Mom. Mom, if you get this, just...
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. To